Welcome to our Wednesday edition of Inside the Show. Let's jump right into Tuesday's action. Starting in the American League Central, the Cleveland Indians combined to allow only 4 hits as they bested the Cubbies at Wrigley Field 1-0. The White Sox picked up 14 hits in total as they took down the visiting Orioles 11-7. Michael Pineda grabbed his second win of the year as the Twins disposed of the Tigers 3-2. The Royals pounded out 17 hits in this one as they beat the Cardinals on the road 9-5. The Blue Jays launched 3 home runs as they defeated the visiting Angels 5-2. J.D. Martinez picked up 4 ribbies on 3 hits, helping lead the Red Sox to a win over the Rays 8-1. The Oakland Athletics combined for a 4-hitter as they took down the visiting Mariners 4-0. The Rangers only allowed 2 hits in the game as they defeated the visiting Yankees 1-0. Alex Bregman was hot at the plate, collecting 3 hits in the game as the Astros got past the Giants 3-2. The San Diego Padres hit 3 long balls as they took down the Nationals in Washington 6-1. The win was their 7th in a row. The Marlins pitched well, allowing only 3 hits as they took care of the Mets at Citi Field 2-0. The Philadelphia Phillies totaled 13 hits as a team as they nabbed an extra innings win over the Braves 4-3. The Pittsburgh Pirates knocked out 12 hits as a team as they got past the Reds in Cincinnati 10-3. Jhoulys Chacin got the W and now has 5 this year as the Brewers pushed past the Diamondbacks 6-4. Adam Liberator had his first victory of the year as the Dodgers grabbed the win against Colorado 3-2. The win was their 6th straight as a team. And that'll do it for today. Enjoy the games, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.
Now baseball under the lights of Wrigley Field in Chicago. Tonight we wrap up this brief 2-game series between the Cleveland Indians and the Chicago Cubs. Stay tuned for Cubs baseball next. Jon Lester is on the mound for game 2. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, you can tell by this strikeout to walk ratio 2-1 that this guy is more a pitch to contact guy than a strikeout walk guy.
So here's Francisco Lindor now. He'll get us started in this one under the lights.
Shortstop, Francisco Lindor.
Now the first pitch here from Lester. And the first pitch of the ball game here is taken for a called strike 1. Well, guys, as we look at the Cubs coming into play here tonight, they come off another loss last time out, and in fact, they've dropped 3 of their last 4.
Yeah, Matty B, we've got a team here that's been playing some pretty good baseball. They're not quite in first place yet, D-Row, but they're playing good, and they'd like to stay competitive through the month of May.
Yeah, they've played okay. Let's be honest. They've hit okay. They've pitched okay. They're capable of much better than this, but it's early. We find ourselves just in the early phases of May. Ride it out and find a way to get hot.
Heading out towards shallow right. Hayward on the run, and that's the first out of the inning. Now a moment here for the Indians starting lineup. Dero, what you got on this lineup tonight?
Are we still a big believer in batting average, Matty? In today's game, I'm more interested in the OPS number. But that's not to take anything away from this offense. They lead the league in batting average, and what that tells me is they're getting a lot of guys on base. There's a lot of guys with some good approaches and good plans today. See if that leads to a bunch of runs.
And as the second baseman, Jason Kipnis. His past history against Jon Lester, he comes in hitting right at a 300 clip. First delivery to him on the way. Swung on and missed. Outclassed by that fastball for a strike. Starting to get a bit chilly here tonight. 57 degrees at game time. One out, nobody on. And he lays off for ball one. So let's take a peek at our umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Gary Simmons.
Dero, this Gary Simmons, he's the kind of umpire that pitchers really like to throw to.
Yeah, I'm okay with it, though, Dan. You want to go east-west, I'll make the adjustment. It's the north-south that'll kill you.
1-1, here it comes. And a fastball just a bit up. Now the 2-1 is taken, ball 3.
Well, this has been a good job to work the count from 0-1 to 3-1, and now he's really in the driver's seat to see a heater that he can do something with.
The 3-1. 3-2 now.
That fastball must have a little late life on it because that was right in the wheelhouse, and he still wasn't able to get good wood on it.
High and deep down the left field line. And that will end up a foul ball. Eighth pitch of the at-bat coming up. And he lays off here, ball 4, and he'll become the game's first base runner here with one away.
Batting third. Third baseman.
In now for Cleveland, Jose Ramirez. From the belt, the pitch. Liner toward right center. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Boy, something you don't see very often. You got a guy that can run at first base. Normally you'll see a hitter try to take a pitch or two, Dero, to give that guy a chance to steal a bag.
You know, it's funny you say that, Dan, because coming up in those situations, you want to give the guy a chance, but you also realize that that guy wants to give his catcher a chance, so you're probably getting a piece of cheese.
1-0 the count. The 1-0 taken on the inside corner for strike 1.
Hey, I'm a little shocked right there. Double play situation. He doesn't go with the sinker. He goes with the ordinary fastball in that situation.
Kipnis on second. Ramirez is over at first with one away. On a line to shortstop.
Batting fifth, the left fielder, number 23, Michael Brantley.
Here's Michael Brantley. He carries the 8th best average in the American League entering play. Trying to hang a 0. Here's the pitch. And that misses inside 1-0. His past history against John Lester, he has 7 hits in 21 at-bats. A 2-0 count to the Indians left fielder.
Well, I know the last thing he wants to do is load the bases right here, so the pressure is on right now to get back in the strike zone.
Two-0 count. The pitch is laid off, but in there for strike 1.
Pretty adamant about working him inside right now. Back-to-back fastballs, and that one was able to find the zone.
2 men are on with 2 men out. And he lays off again. Ball 3.
He's gotten himself into a little bit of trouble out here. Middle of the order up in a run-scoring situation, and now he might have to challenge him. Going to have to make some good pitches here.
And that pitch misses for ball 4. So some intrigue now as the bases are loaded here with 2 away.
At this rate, he's going to set some kind of a record for walks issued in a game, or he'll get an early look. We'll see if he can settle down here and start to find the strike zone, or if he continues to struggle.
Digging in, the switch hitter, Norman Payne, comes off an 0 for 4 in last night's ball game. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Ball 1.
I wonder if that call not going his way right there has anything to do with walking the last guy. We all know umpires don't give you much on the corners if you're not throwing strikes consistently.
2 out, bases loaded. And he falls behind now, 2-0.
There's certain pitches throughout the game that decide whether you win or lose it. This is certainly one of the bigger moments right here.
Now the 2-0 home is taken, strike 1.
Wow, there's a pitch right there that this guy would like to have back. Very rarely do you see a pitcher of this quality throw one right down the middle, and boy, he took that one. He'd like to have that one back and be able to take a good hack at that pitch.
2-1 pitch is a cut fastball taken for strike 2.
Definitely a big pitch coming up right here. He's going to be pumped if he can work his way out of this inning with the game still tied.
Here now the 2-2. Doesn't hit the target. It's ball 3.
Now on 3-2 as a pitcher, you've got to go with the pitch that you feel most comfortable throwing with.
Payoff pitch coming from Lester. Back up the middle and in for a base hit. 1 run is scored. And he's safe.
Hey, one of the things you want to do, D-Row, is strike early, and they've done just that with a big hit driving in 2.
Yeah, Dan, great to grab an early lead right there, especially when you could throw up a crooked number for your pitcher.
And that'll bring in the San Diego product, Bradley Zimmer. He offers at it and hits it in the air to left. Almora is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. So it's 2 runs on 2 base hits, no errors, and a couple of men left. We'll move on to the bottom half of inning number 1. The Tribe lead this one 2-0. Carlos Carrasco, the right-hander from Venezuela, gets the starting nod in this one. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, how good has this guy been up to this point? In a day and age where guys and teams are scoring lots of runs, to have an ERA sub-2, that's saying something. Hopefully, we're going to see more of the same from this guy, one of the top pitchers in all the league.
Here's Javier Baez as we take a look at the splits between April and May.
Javier Baez.
Here's the first pitch to him. He comes right after him with a fastball for a strike. Fellas, we check out the Tribe as they begin here tonight. They've got to be considered one of, if not the hottest team in baseball right now. Winners of 8 of their last 10 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, I can't tell you how important it is to throw that first run up on the board, and that's exactly what they did. A little crooked number, a 2 spot to give their pitcher a chance to relax and go out and pound the strike zone. This team has been playing red-hot baseball recently.
And now time to check how Joe Madden has lined the Cubbies up in this one. What's the word on them as they try to split the series, Mark?
You know, Matty, when I look at this lineup at first glance, the fact that they're last in doubles doesn't mean a whole lot to me. But then you got to say to yourself, if they're not driving the ball in the gap, they're certainly not driving it out of the ballpark. So this offense has to clean it up, play a little bit differently, be a little bit more aggressive on the base pass, because you can't expect them to string a ton of hits together.
Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2. He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
Batting third
Here's Chris Bryant now. The first cuts for him here with the bases open and 2 away. Carrasco pauses. Here's the first pitch. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. Now here's the pitch. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And he just couldn't keep that ball fair as it winds up a long foul ball. Here's the 0-2. Missed with a breaking ball.
Well, I'll tell you, he's not hitting over 300 by luck. He really knows the strike zone and his own strengths. That last take is a great example.
The 2-2. Tapped down the line. And he'll smartly just ensure that this stays a foul ball. And strike 3 called as he says, you got to be kidding me, with the side retired. Cubs are down in order. They're still down. It's 2-0. Into the Indians, Francisco Mejia hitting at an even 220 on the year.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
High and tight here to begin the inning. It's ball 1.
He still might be looking for that release point on that curveball early in this outing. That one looked like it popped out of his hand behind his ear instead of out front. We'll see if he finds that pitch, because it'll be important for him.
2-0 count, and the pitch. 3-0 now.
Well, knowing the threat this guy poses if he gets on base, I think the next pitch should be a challenge pitch. You don't want to give guys that can run a free chance to cause havoc out there, especially the leadoff guy.
3-1 the count now. The 3-1 pitch is taken for strike 2.
3-2.
Now the 3-2 pitch. It's the top of the zone. He struck him out looking.
So here's how the Chicago Cubs are positioned defensively. And this team, They're not going to be moving around as much as some of the new age teams. The shifting and moving the third baseman over second base and the right fielder to play third base. This is going to be your stationary team, trusting pitchers to execute pitches.
Carlos Carrasco is at the plate now as he looks at strike one. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Takes a look at a strike over the inside corner.
Hey, that's obviously the game plan against this guy. Bury it in on his hands. He finds himself down 0-2 now. He doesn't know if he's coming back in there or going breaking stuff down and away.
Popped him up. There to take it is Rizzo, and there are 2 away now.
Up next for Cleveland.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Francisco Lindor. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. First pitch of the at-bat. And he holds up here, but the pitch is a called strike anyway.
Hey, I don't know what happened in between innings, but he went down that tunnel with a few of his teammates and some coaches and found a way to regroup because he's been really good this second inning. After going out in the first, I thought it was going to be a super short outing.
And the pitch. Now he gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate.
I always say hitting is a process of elimination at the plate. I think he could go ahead and eliminate changeup. 2 in a row back to back. I don't think there'll be a third.
Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. Lester's 2-0 home. And he couldn't get him to chase the 0-2 fastball. It's 1-2.
Hey, I can understand why he wanted to elevate the fastball right there. This batter's eyes have been lit up since he stepped in the box. Let's see if he gets him fishing on something.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Down in order go the Tribe, as they're unable to add to their 2-0 lead. Anthony Rizzo stands in now. He's a long ball threat, of course, currently number 4 in the National League home run race.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
And he goes against the shift there as this is on the ground to the left side. A scoop by Encarnacion, and he holds on. A nice play at first base to record the out.
Time for a look at the Cleveland Indians defensive setup today. And guys, one thing I want you to focus on today when you look at this team on the defensive side of the ball, they're in the top 5 in fielding percentage. They go about their business a certain way. They make all the routine plays, mix in a few flashy ones, and day after day, they give their pitchers the best chance to be successful.
So in now for Chicago, Ian Happ, and he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. A fastball that finds the outside corner.
Pretty unusual that you see a 5-0 hitter take 2 strikes in a row. Typically, those are some of the most aggressive batters in the lineup.
Count is 1-2 now. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Now a fastball awfully close, but he doesn't get the call. It's 2-2 now. And he held up in time, but it's strike 3 called, and there are 2 down.
Hate to be Captain Obvious here, but he looks great to begin this start. That's already 3 Ks for him in the first 5 hitters. It'd be awesome to see him keep up this pace.
Here's the first pitch to him. And there's one well above the zone for a ball.
I know the umpire balled that one right there, but it was close enough. He's going to try and establish that pitch in. As an offensive player, you've got to build that rapport with the umpire. He can't give him anything off the inside half of the plate.
Grounded down the third baseline. 2 out, nobody on. Now he breaks out the hook there. Good for strike 2.
Hey, I watched Tom Glavine master throwing changeups inside to right-handed batters and getting them to pull.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. The 3 of us return with more Wednesday Night Baseball after this. Ready for another chance? Jason Kipnis, who worked the walk and came around to score in his first trip in this game. First pitch coming. Here it is. And he'll just fight this one off as it's chopped foul. According to the career numbers on the back of his baseball card, Kipnis is a .270 hitter. A respectable number he'll look to improve upon in this at-bat. In there, and he's in control 0-2 now.
He's attacking this hitter a lot more aggressively than he did the first time when he faced him and issued a walk, coming right after him here.
Swing and a miss as he starts the third the same way he ended the second, with a punch out, one away.
I think that curveball is a big reason why he's able to turn things around in this start after a rough beginning. It's got some good bite to it, so that tells me he's doing a nice job of snapping it off out front, really finishing that pitch like you're supposed to.
And that's inside for a ball, 1-0. Into his windup, here comes the 1-0. Hit on the ground out to short. Russell has it, and that's the second out.
First baseman number 10, Edwin Encarnacion.
Striding in once again, Edwin Encarnacion. First pitch of the at-bat. Hit hard down the line, but a foul ball here, 0-1. Here comes the 0-1.
Nope.
And a curveball that started low and broke lower, ball one. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. In for strike 2. The 1-2 is a high drive to left, back toward the wall, but he's going to run out of room. It's gone. So a solo home run for Edwin Encarnacion, and even 20 home runs for him now thus far, and the Indians move in front now 3-0.
Well, they were smart not to challenge him with a fastball, but it didn't matter. He's their big dog for a reason, so he waited, stayed back, and absolutely exploded through the zone on that one.
Into the box, Michael Brantley. As he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. 309 is the average entering play. 1 home run and 19 driven in. Behind 0-2 now. 2 out, nobody on. Popped him up. Bryant in foul ground, and that ends the inning. But the Indians add to their lead thanks to this solo home run. Bottom of the third coming up. It's 3-0 in favor of the Tribe. Here's Hayward now. 7, 8, and 9 to start the home third.
Not much going on offensively so far for these guys. 6 up, 6 down. Let's see if the bottom part of the lineup can get something going.
Well, the home crowd seems a little restless, so I'm sure they'd appreciate it. No balls and a strike to count. Ready with the 0-1. Is put in play to the right side of the infield. Kipnis fields it cleanly. Throw to first is in time for the first down.
Well executed two-seamer on the outside corner that time, and that's what you'll get a lot of with that pitch. He rolled right over it.
Started to go around, but it's ruled strike 1 anyway.
Expect the guy on the mound to keep attacking his zone right here. He has a chance for a quick inning. He is not nibbling. Everything is catching those 17 inches.
Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. Count remains at 0-2.
Hey, I don't mind you throwing a fastball in this situation, but I think if we're being honest with ourselves, that one caught a little bit too much of the plate.
Cubs pitcher at the plate, trailing with a 1-2 count. Cubs to this point have yet to break into the hit column. And this is swung on and missed. His 5th strikeout already, and there are 2 gone in the inning.
Well, you know AL pitchers must love pitching in NL ballparks because all of a sudden they're only facing 8 legitimate hitters in the lineup instead of 9. Kind of makes you wonder why any free agent pitcher would ever decide to pitch in the AL, doesn't it?
Lofted in the air out toward right center. Kipnis ranging into shallow right. He's got it. A great running play, and that'll retire the side. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. They trail it here 3-0. Digging in to try it again, Norman Payne. He drove home 2 with a single in his last plate appearance. Now the first pitch here from Lester. Too high that time with the inning's first pitch. It's ball 1. The 1-0 is looked at for the first strike. The 1-1 home is looked at for ball number 2. Oh, and not an easy pitch to lay off of, but he did somehow, and he's got it to 3-1. Bradley Zimmer is on deck. And he lays off there, ball 4. So the leadoff man is on here to begin stanza number 4.
He's really struggled with his command in this game, no doubt about it. But to make things worse, he just lost one of the fastest guys in the ballpark.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Ball 1.
This is the situation where there's a lot of pressure on the infielders if the ball's put in play on the ground. Both the guy at first and at the plate are burners, so a double play is going to be tough. Even getting 1 out could be a challenge.
Up top, it's 2-0. 3 runs, 3 hits. No errors to this point for the Indians. And there he goes towards second. In there. Now the throw. Perfect throw, and they got him at second.
Wow, that's a big-time throw right there. And it's a tall task to throw him out stealing a bag. But he got rid of it quickly, and it was a good job down there applying the quick tag. They'll have to feel good about that one.
The 2-1 home is a sinker in the dirt.
Well, this next pitch is a big one. The last thing you want to do is give a free pass to a guy that can run like this. He's a real burner out there on the base paths.
3-2 to the Indian center fielder. And he misses again. Ball 4. And that's back-to-back guys now that have reached base via the base on ball.
Yeah, the pitching coach would hate to go to the bullpen this early in the game, but sometimes you have no choice. On the flip side, he might just get in his face a little bit out there, try to challenge him, wake him up from his funk. Either way, we'll see how it works.
At the plate, Francisco Mejia 0 for 1 after he took a look at strike 3 in his first plate appearance. From the stretch. Line drive to center field. Happ is there now, and he has it. 2 gone.
Now batting, pitcher, Carlos Carrasco.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Carlos Carrasco. So far, 0 for 1 with a flyout. He's set. Here it comes. Takes a knee-high fastball. Now Lester's 0-1. Hit the other way out toward right field. Baez has a play. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. A couple of walks, but no damage. The three of us return with more Wednesday Night Baseball after this. Here's Javier Baez back to the top of the lineup as they're still looking for their first base runner in this one.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've yet to figure this guy out on the mound. He's looked great so far.
He has, but we'll see if this second trip through the order changes anything.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments these hitters are able to make in the middle innings of this game.
Popped him up. Encarnacion moving to his left, and that's the first out of the inning.
The left fielder, number 5.
And now here's the versatile outfielder, Albert Almora Jr. He's 0 for 1 thus far. First offering on its way. Hit down the third baseline. And that's the first hit in this one for the Cubbies. Around first, he's digging for second. The throw into second, but he'll be in there with a double.
Just goes to show you, if you're going to throw that two-seam fastball away, which I don't think is the best pitch anyway, you better start that thing out of the zone and let it work its way back to the corner. With this one, it started out on the corner, so it leaked back right over the heart of the plate and got whacked.
Here's Chris Bryant now. First time up, he went down looking. First delivery to him on the way. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. Almora, the runner at second with one away. And that one stayed up a little high.
As long as you actually get it inside, that two-seam fastball running towards the hands is a really good pitch.
Keeping it down here as it's to 1-2.
Really deceptive changeup there. Very well executed. It looks like it just sort of dies when it gets close to the plate.
Ready on 1-2. Weak chopper up the line. That's a foul ball. Nope. And he lays off it to even the count 2-2.
Well, that's what you want from your curveball on 1-2. You start it in the zone and let it break out of the zone where it can't be punished. Didn't get him to go after it, but the execution was nice.
Lifted into the air out towards center field. Lindor is under it, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
First baseman, number 44.
Anthony Rizzo stands in now. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Just a bit high that time as he misses for a ball. The 1-0. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Brantley has a play. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. One left for the Cubs. Still down 3-0. With Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian here as Francisco Lindor gets ready to kick off the inning. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. He takes the turn and heads for second. And he will pull into second with a leadoff double.
When you heard the crack of the bat, you just knew that was going to get down for an extra base hit. Great way to start an inning, that's for sure.
Ready once again, Jason Kipnis. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat. From the stretch. Line drive to left. And that's in there. Base hit. And they'll get it in quickly. It's first and third now with nobody out.
Hey, this has the makings of being a pretty big inning, D-Roll. Leadoff double, now a base hit, and all of a sudden we're looking at first and third.
Yeah, sometimes you wake up, you just get smacked in the mouth right here. He's going to have to start executing pitches. He cannot leave a ball over the heart of the plate right here. He's going to have damage on his hands.
Stepping in now, Jose Ramirez, as he'll send a ground ball down to third. There's one. On to first, and it's a double play, although the run does come in to score from third.
It certainly looked like they might have had a big inning cooking there with first and third and no outs, but the double play kind of kills it. They did get the run in, but the batter doesn't get credit for an RBI.
Edwin Encarnacion now, as he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball, 1-0. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far.
It'll be interesting to see if they use that changeup in this at-bat. That last at-bat, that was a changeup he hit for a home run. I'm going to see if this time they don't go to more fastballs and curveballs.
This offense is absolutely feasting on these count leverage situations. If he's going to have any chance of feeling good about his effort tonight, this pitcher has got to get back in the strike zone.
In the dirt, it's 3-0 now. 3-0 count, here it comes. Hit hard on the ground to short. Russell's got it. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. 2 hits in the inning lead to a run for Cleveland. Home half of the 5th coming up. Cleveland's out in front, 4-0. And that'll bring in the Pittsburgh area native Ian Happ. They'll start things out here in the home 5th, and it's been tough sledding for this lineup through the first half of the game.
Yeah, they haven't had any momentum going to the plate so far in this one, Matt. They need something to break their way and wake them up a bit.
Be nice to get these fans involved at some point as well. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And this one's chopped foul right at home plate. Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2.
Got the count 0-2.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And there's one well above the zone for a ball.
Right there is a temptation pitch. Power hitters like this are looking for pitches that they can drive. So that may have been one where he was trying to get him to chase up above the zone a little bit.
So he gets him swinging on a pitcher's pitch. Ian Happ is dealt with for the first out in the bottom of the inning. Here's Addison Russell. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. First pitch of the at-bat. Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball 1. The 1-0 home is blasted out to left center. This one's deep and not coming back. Gone!
Well, they're still down, but this homer right there might light a fire under the whole team. Give them a spark to climb back into this thing. We'll see if this gets them going.
All right, number 22,
Here's Jason Hayward now, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Now the pitch. I had him lunging there as he's just able to tap it foul at home plate. Oh, and he can't catch up to the fastball as he swings and misses for the second out.
Every pitcher gives up home runs, some more than others, but the best ones forget about them as soon as the next guy digs into the batter's box. He showed me a lot right there by going after the next hitter and striking him out on only 3 pitches.
Tommy La Stella is into the on-deck circle now as he'll pinch hit for the pitcher, Lester.
Tommy La Stella.
And a neck-high fastball that time. Carrasco pauses. Here's the 1-0. Hard hit ball to second. Taken in by Kipnis. On to Encarnacion at first, and that ends the inning. Cubs get a run here thanks to this solo home run. 5 innings complete. It's now a 4-1 game. Mike Montgomery takes over to start the 6th inning on the mound.
Number 38, Mike Montgomery.
Digging in once again, Michael Brantley. His last at-bat didn't go his way as he popped out in foul territory. First pitch on its way. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball one. And that catches the outside edge, 1-1.
Great spot with that pitch down and away. He'll be fine coming out of the bullpen in this one if he can keep hitting that spot.
Fly ball right down the line in left. Almora in pursuit, one down.
The right fielder, number 6.
Ready once again, Norman Payne. Here comes the first pitch. A ball and no strikes. Payne is a guy that can really pick him up and put him down, if you will. He's a plus runner and really uses speed to his advantage in multiple ways on the field.
Yeah, and it works for him. It works for him in a lot of ways, like you said, Matty. Hits the ball on the ground. He has a potential to beat it out. I can't tell you what this does for an infield or an outfield defense to be put on their toes and have to make plays against this guy.
Digging in to try it again, Bradley Zimmer. It was a walk in his last trip. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Takes a knee-high fastball. A good knee-high changeup taken for a strike.
Man, you find yourself down 0-2 after two great executed pitches right there. Got to look for something up. Might have to tip your hat if he can stay down below the knees like that.
And here's a fastball on 0-2, but it misses. 1-2 now. 1-2. Here it comes. Missed with a breaking ball.
Pretty standard curve in the dirt, looking for a strikeout there, but that was a good job of recognizing it and holding back at the plate.
The 2-2. A little bouncer, but it gets foul. A swing and a miss as he chased with two strikes, and that will retire the side. Indians go down 1-2-3. But they lead it 4-1. Striding in once again, Chris Jimenez. He'll start things out in the sixth for a lineup that really hasn't found its groove in this one.
Yeah, only 2 hits so far, Matt, and not very many hard hit balls either. We'll see if they can start making some adjustments.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. Swung on and missed, outclassed by that fastball for a strike.
Hey, if these guys are going to have any chance in this one, they are going to have to set their sights a little lower. You cannot expect to get the barrel of the bat to that baseball. That is entirely too high.
And it's 1-1.
I like that they went away with that pitch right there. They really tried to tie him up on that previous pitch, so he was probably what we call inside conscious. He didn't get a strike there, but I'm guessing he was looking for another ball in.
2-1 to count. 2 balls and a strike. Here it comes. This is on the ground over to first. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. And a good effort as he's able to gather it in and make the play for the first out.
Well, if you're going to bobble a ball, you have to hope it's when a guy is lumbering down the base pass. He's no speedster, so that was a good job to stay calm and make the recovery throw.
So the batting order turns over now and set to go Javier Baez. 0 for 2 on his line thus far. And he lays off there 1-0.
Oh, not sure where that one missed, and I'm not sure the pitcher does either.
1 ball and 1 strike to the Cubs leadoff batter. Now the 1-1 pitch. Waves and misses for strike number 2.
I mean, you look in the dugout right now, you see steam coming out of the hitting coach's ears. Somebody has to stay back and find a way to get knocked.
Takes this the other way to right. And that's into the outfield for a one-out base hit.
Man, this guy's really starting to swing the stick again, D-Roll. That extends his hitting streak to 9 games.
Yeah, he's leaking into 3 series right here now. 9 games, that's getting firm. He's seeing the ball well, and he's making the proper adjustments at the plate.
He's set, and the pitch. And the slider stayed low, apparently, for a ball. 1-0 count. Here it is. Line towards center field. But sadly for him, this will head straight to the center fielder as he puts it away without much trouble for the second out.
Now batting, third baseman, Kris Bryant.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Kris Bryant. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far.
This guy has been unbelievable. There were billboards outside Wrigley while he was still in AAA, and what is he doing? He shows up, Rookie of the Year, MVP. I mean, get in line.
Throw over to first, and a dive, but he's back. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And that one stayed up a little high.
This is one of those classic cases of the right guy at the right spot. They need to get a rally going, and this is maybe their best hitter, so he's the right guy in the right spot for this team right now.
And he'll try to hold back the swing, but he'll do so unsuccessfully as that's ruled a strike. Now the 1-1 pitch is taken for ball 2.
Well, that's a good pitch, but you have to get a little bit closer to the plate than that. That's that big sweeping slider. If it was a little closer, you might get a swing.
And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now. 6th inning. 4-1 is our score. Full count now, 3-2.
All right, 3-2 count with 2 outs. The runner on first will be moving, so we'll see what happens. There are a lot of possible outcomes with this kind of play.
And he struck him out, his 8th punch out of the ball game, and that one ends the inning. Cubs strand 1. They trail it 4-1. Welcome back here to the historic friendly confines of Wrigley Field. 7th inning coming up with the Indians on top. But before we get any further, let's check out our game summary for the first 6 innings. Digging in the switch hitter, Francisco Mejia. 0 for 2 for him to this point. First delivery to him on the way. And he misses inside with that one. Ball 1. Hit on the ground to short. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7. Ready for another shot now, Carlos Carrasco. He flew out in his last at-bat. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. 0-1 the count. We're in the 7th now. 4-1 our score to this point. In there, and he's ahead 0-2 now. And a swing and a miss here, so it's a quick 2 outs to start the 7th.
Talk about blowing it by a guy. Geez, I mean, that fastball was way behind him when the swing came through the zone. I have to think he was looking for something off speed, and he just couldn't pull the trigger on that fastball.
So here's Francisco Lindor now. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far.
Matty, he checks every box. Charisma, smile, hits from both sides of the plate with pop, defense, you name it. GM's dream right here.
A dive, but he can't knock it down. It's through for a base hit.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball's going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
And as the second baseman, Jason Kipnis. Off a fastball too low for ball one. His head-to-head history with Montgomery, he's 0 for 4. He's ready. Here's the 1-0. The big curveball just misses apparently. Ball 2.
On 2-0, you can bet he's looking for a fastball that he can turn on and drive. Might be thinking about picking on that big hole between first and second.
And now a called strike that time as the zone expands a bit here. It's 2-1 now. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball.
No reason to sit on anything other than the hard stuff in a location you like and drive it right now.
The 3-1 pitch. Fouled away.
Little guessing game going on right now. Being late on that fastball after the change. He had to be sitting off speed right there.
Now the payoff pitch home. Hard hit ball to second. Baez has it. He'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and a man left. Get out the microphone. Stretch time here at Wrigley. The Indians on top, 4-1. Ready for another chance? Anthony Rizzo due up for the 4, 5, and 6 hitters, and they're hoping that this is the part of the lineup that can get something going.
Yeah, only 1 run on the board so far for them. They just haven't had consistently good at bats.
The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0.
Well, late in the game like this, calls that don't go your way can really throw you off when you're on the mound, but you just can't let it happen. His composure is getting a little test right here.
And he will whip this one over to first in time for the out. So yet another strong outing for him tonight as we show you the league leaders in ERA. And as you can see there, he currently leads the AL in that department. Now to the plate, Ian Happ. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. First offering on its way. Changeup in for a strike.
Hey, we're moving into the later innings right here. This guy's continuing to pitch well with his first pitch strike percentage well over 60%. That's about league average so far, so he's right on point.
And he wastes a fastball high there, 1-2. The 1-2 bounces in the dirt for a ball. 1 run on 3 hits. No errors so far for the Cubbies.
Classic change of speeds right there. Threw the hitter's timing off. Got a late foul ball. Interested to see where he goes now.
Struck him out. Struck him out again, I should say. His 3rd punch out of the game. So he's just a 1/3 of an inning away from putting up another 0 as we take a look at the ball clubs with the lowest team ERAs. And you can see that this staff currently leads the AL in that category. Trying to pick things up where we left off, Addison Russell. He's coming off a solo homer in his previous trip.
Yeah, man, this guy flexed his muscles on that last at-bat. We heard that he has good...
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. Cubs are down in order, and this is still a 4-1 ball game. Stepping up now, Jose Ramirez. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point.
I mean, what a diamond in the rough Jose Ramirez has been for Terry Francona and the Cleveland Indians. This guy burst on the scene in 2016, just absolutely set that lineup on fire. They were looking for a guy.
He dives. Did he catch that? He did. What a play there for the first out.
Taking another look at it, the ball has some topspin on it, but he's on the full run and dives to make the catch. Nice defensive play right there.
Edwin Encarnacion now. As he'll take a look at ball one. He was a ground out victim last time up. Now the 1-0. A swing and a miss. That's the first strike.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Takes a pass and misses. That's strike 2. Eighth inning, 4-1 is our score. And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2.
This is exactly the reason why this guy has been so successful and has played this game so long, scrambling pitch after pitch, making this guy work out on the mound.
Michael Brantley waits on deck. Now the payoff pitch home. Hit hard on the ground towards second. Throw on to first will take care of Encarnacion for the second out.
The batter, left fielder, Michael Brantley.
Here's Michael Brantley. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Lifted down the line in left. And this will wind up a foul ball. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Changeup gets him out in front for strike 2.
Wow, great pitch right there, right? Changing speeds. How about that straight changeup? How about that swing? Howdy, if you're waving at me.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And a breaking ball stays outside. The 1-2. Doesn't catch the outside corner. It's a ball.
Well, all of the umpires in the seats thought that was strike 3, and they weren't far off, but I think that was a good call. Looked to be just a bit outside.
3-2 now. Crowd gets up for the 3-2. And it's fouled away.
I know it's a guessing game, but usually when you flip that coin, it better come up fastball at this level. You cannot be late right there. That was right in the wheelhouse.
Lifted the other way to left center. On the run is Almora. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Stick around because Jason Heyward will lead things off when we come back. It's the Indians 4 and the Cubs 1. Here's Jason Heyward now. We're in the 8th now, and nothing's changed out there on the mound.
Well, I've been very impressed with how this starter's going about his business, Matt. He's looked really sharp, and it's hard to know if it's had any effect. But getting that early lead from his offense could have really helped settle him in.
He's set. Here it comes. And a fastball just a bit up. And, ooh, looked like a definite pitcher's pitch there on the inside, 1-1. The 1-2 is laid off for ball 2.
Might have been cheating for another fastball, trying to get the head to that one early. Pitcher pulled the string with a nasty breaking ball and had him a little bit out in front. Swing and a little tapper. That goes foul, so he stays alive with 2 strikes.
Looking to punch him out again. The pitch. That was a curveball that never really broke, stayed high.
Hey, this is a heck of a battle right here. Long AB. You know what? They find themselves still facing the starter. If they would have had some ABs like this earlier in the game, I think they get into the bullpen by this time.
Well, these guys have had a hard time making contact all game long, racking up a bunch of Ks, so that's their first walk of the game. We'll see if that gets them going a bit.
And it appears as though we'll see a pinch hitter now as the switch hitter Ben Zobrist has grabbed the bat and moved into the on-deck circle. And a layoff fastball here in a good spot, but ruled the ball 1-0. And he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball.
That was one of the easiest takes he'll have all year, and it puts him in a great hitter's count. He's got to take advantage of this situation.
Now the 2-0. Finds the zone, strike one.
Looks like he's got a good feel for that two-seam fastball this far into the game. He's used it really effectively tonight.
Now the 2-1 is belted, and take a look at this. Deep to right center field, and it's gone.
You know, as a pitcher, there's nothing worse than getting taken deep, and it's something every pitcher has to deal with. Even the best pitchers give up home runs. You just have to refocus and go after the next hitter.
Now batting, catcher, Chris Gimenez.
Now time is called, and this could very well be to buy a few more pitches for those relievers. Here comes the Indians manager to make that slow trip to the mound. And we're going to see a pitching change, as that's going to do it for his starter here tonight. So as he leaves with the bases empty, he stands to be the winning pitcher here tonight if the bullpen can hold up the one-run lead.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for Cleveland, number 24, Andrew Miller.
Standing in now, Chris Gimenez, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball one. Miller, a 6'7" left-hander, has a very strong chance of making the American League All-Star squad this year. He's currently the leading vote getter among relievers.
Yeah, this comes as no surprise. This guy is one of the best players in the game, a superstar, and that's what the All-Star game is about. The fans getting to see the best players put on display.
Swinging a soft liner on to first, so a good bounce back pitch there as he gets the ground ball for the first out. And there are the final numbers for the Indians starter, and he was really in command on the mound throughout the evening. Digging in and looking for more, Javier Baez. He singled his last time up. Here comes the first pitch. Comes right after him with a fastball for a strike. Still only one out in the inning. And here's one that misses to the Chicago second baseman. It's a ball and a strike. The 1-1 home. Misses, ball two.
Count 2-1.
The 2-1 home is fastball that misses.
Time to focus here. This game is way too close to be walking, guys, so we'll see if he can make him swing the bat on this next pitch.
And he fouls this one off. Oh, and he lets him off the hook there, as this isn't even close for ball 4.
Yeah, the guy's been on fire lately, hitting anything close, so I think this is the way to go here. Get the bat out of his hands any way that you can.
So in now for Chicago, Albert Almora. He lined out in his last trip, so looking for better fortunes here. First offering on its way. And that one right down Main Street.
You know, hats off to the pitcher right there. You got a great hitter at the plate. It's early in the count, and he wanted to get ahead. Nice challenge pitch right there.
0-1 count. Here it comes. And he misses with it, 1-1. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Lays off 2-2 now. Baez, base runner at first with 1 out. Tapper right back to the mound. And he won't even think about second as he'll flip on to first for the sure out.
Now batting, third baseman.
Here's Chris Bryant now, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. Down and in here, 1 ball, no strikes. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Back up the middle. Lindor up the middle. And a fine play there up the middle may have saved a run as the inning is over. 2 for the Cubs in the inning on the strength of this 2-run home run. 9th inning coming up. It's the Indians 4 and the Cubbies 3. Steve Cishek enters from the pen to start the 9th inning as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the 9th. Striding in for the Indians, Norman Payne, 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. Becomes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Very weakly on the ground. Foul ball, however, strike 1. The 0-1 pitch. Tapper up the line, but that one rolls foul. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Popped him up. Jimenez shading to his right. 1 out. Stepping into the box, Bradley Zimmer. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1. And it looks like the Cubs will get a left-hander up and working out of the bullpen. The 1-0. High in the air out to center field. Happ on the move. And he tracks it down. A nice running play to record the second out. Standing in, Francisco Mejia. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. From the stretch. And he takes a pitch that's ruled a strike at the knees. Pretty liberal strike zone there. It's 0-1. Here it comes. And a good spot for that pitch is it's chopped foul. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And there's a sinker that he just spits on as it misses low. One-run game here in the top of the ninth. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Sinker. 3-2 now.
Boy, went from being in the driver's seat to now being in some trouble. Had the count 0-2, started nipping at the corners, and the next thing you know, this count stands at 3-2.
3-2 pitch. Count still full, 3-2. The 3-2 one more time. And this one misses inside a ball. He walked him, and they've got themselves a 2-out base runner.
Now batting, pitcher, Andrew Miller.
Eric Thames will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Number 7, Eric Thames.
And it'll appear as though we'll see a pinch runner now as Rajai Davis takes over on the base paths. Checks his swing, but this pitch is right there for strike 1. He broke out the slide step there, Danny.
Yeah, he's clearly thinking about the steal right here. Didn't happen, but the cat-mouse game continues on.
Set to deliver the 0-1. And a pitch out, nothing doing though, and that's ball 1. The 1-1 misses off the plate. Two and 2. The 2-2 in the dirt, but swung on and missed. And he throws it away. And they won't get him as he's able to advance from first to third on what would certainly be scored a throwing error. So they'll slap an error on the catcher there, and you can tell he's not happy back there. So the Indians lineup flips over, and to the plate, Francisco Lindor. He steps in off a base hit in his last at-bat. And it appears they're going to give him the intentional walk here, so now they'll have a force at any base with 2 gone.
Oh, that's a walk that could really change the complexion of the game. With the bases loaded, if he gives up a base hit right here, it could get real ugly.
And now a crucial spot. Bases loaded. 2 men gone. And standing in now, the power-hitting second baseman, Jason Kipnis. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch. Chopper foul. With runners in scoring position this season, Kipnis is hitting over 350 up in the high 300s.
You want to talk about having a career season, Matty. This guy's batting average is through the roof, one of the best in the business. And maybe more importantly, his OPS is through the roof as well, which means he's doing it with damage.
A ball and 2 strikes to Kipnis.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
The 1-2. Lifted in the air to center field. Happ has a play. He's got it, and that'll get him out of the jam. 3 left for the Indians, but they hang on to a 1-run lead, 4-3. Rajai Davis will stay in the ball game as he'll likely do the catching from here out.
Number 26, Rajai
Cody Allen is the man called on to close this one and earn a save in the ninth.
Cody Allen.
Striding in to start the ninth, Anthony Rizzo, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Hey, not an easy thing to do to try to come back and tie a game or take the lead off of a guy like this, one of the game's elite closers.
First pitch is a changeup for a called strike.
This guy loves to drop the head on those pitches down and in. I'm shocked he went in there, but he's able to jump ahead and get away with it.
Strike 2. Yan Gomes is into the ball game here as he takes over behind the plate.
Number 8, Yan Gomes.
Mike Napoli is into the game as well as he's the new first baseman.
Number 32, Mike Napoli.
Tyler Naquin is into the ball game as well as he takes over out in right.
Right field, number 30.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Tried to throw the fastball by him, but it's high, 1-2. The 1-2. Now a swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. The 1-2. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Heading after it is Naquin, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. So the leadoff man gone to start the top of the ninth as we take a look at league saves leaders entering play. And as you can see there, he currently sits third in the AL in that category. And that'll bring in the Pittsburgh area native Ian Happ. 3 at-bats for him in this one, all ending with him going down on strikes. And this is just off the outside corner for a ball, 1-0. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. Fouled off. Now the 1-1 pitch. Is swung on and missed, and that's strike 2. And he'll try to entice him with the changeup here, but it dips below the knees. It's 2-2. And that misses, so it's a full count, 3-2.
That pitch right there, he's trying to keep him from getting his arms extended. If it's out over the plate more, he can obviously do a lot of damage with it.
And this is fouled at the plate. Another full count pitch home. Now a changeup is bounced to second. Kipnis has it. And safe at first, as the first baseman couldn't get the foot back in time, and we'll see how they want to score that. So that'll go down as an E4, as he certainly had his problems that time at second base. Here's Addison Russell. Previous showdowns with Cody Allen. He's hitless in 3 at-bats. From the stretch, here's the pitch. There's a fastball that just misses. Ball 1. Quick check on that tying run at first. And he'll get dirty, but he's back in safely. The 1-0 home. It's a changeup that drops below the knees for a ball. The 2-0 on the way. Looped out towards short. And he is in there.
You know, D-Row, sometimes one of your best friends are your own teammates right there. Good hustle from first base to beat that throw to second, and guess what? He bought his battery, made a knock.
Yeah, he definitely bought him a knock. You know what else he's going to buy him? He's going to buy him dinner on the road at some point, because that's some significant hustle right there. It was a nice play. The internal clock of the defender thought he still had a chance at second. Wasn't meant to be.
As a look, now the pitch. Just able to get a piece of that for strike 1. This pitch is popped up. Should be room for Gomes behind the plate. And he will make the catch back there as they're a step closer to getting out of this with 2 away now.
Pitcher number 41,
Victor Caratini will be called upon here to hit with the game on the line.
Victor Caratini.
And that's in there for strike 1. He's the last chance with the tying and winning runs on base, and 2 men gone here in the 9th. Breaking ball. That's in the dirt as he takes a ball. Cubs are down to their final strike here. 2-2 to the Cubs catcher.
No doubt, some saves come easier than others, and I know this all too well. They're really making wrapping this thing up a difficult task.
Full count, 3-2. Struck him out, so he'll strand the possible tying run at second, and a great job of working out of trouble as this ball game is over.
Yeah, it might only be a 2-game set, but listen, it's still a sweep. Hey, man, winners make the rules around here, and they earned it.
And it's a 4-3 finish in this evening's ball game. Cleveland jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Carlos Carrasco earns win number 7 on the season. Cody Allen wraps it up for the save, his 16th of the season. So that just about does it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way on over to theshownation.com.
Final line score for our ball game tonight for the victorious Cleveland Indians. 4 runs on 6 hits. 1 error. They left 7 men on base. For the Cubs, 3 runs, 5 hits, with 1 error. They left 5 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 5 minutes. Tonight's paid attendance at Wrigley Field, 45,936. As always, we thank you for your support of Chicago Cubs baseball and remind you to please drive home safely.